Hi, this is Sandro and I'm in Chicago at the moment, having completed an MDRT Foundation Board meeting. I don't normally look this shockingly tired, but it is early in the morning. But as I walk the streets to a lovely breakfast location, I'm reminded of the time a couple of years ago I was walking Wardour Street in London, and I came across a young man in a doorway with the usual cardboard sign, homeless and hungry. And I'm embarrassed to say that I naturally and skeptically thought, this is just another opportunist who probably wants my money, and as soon as he gets it, he'll be up and gone. But I paused for a moment and I thought, well, instead of just handing over some money, I'd get him a sandwich from a local well-known fast food outlet. And I went back, handed him the sandwich, and took a couple of moments to ask him his name, and knelt down next to him. We had a good conversation for a few minutes, and he told me his name was Amin, and that he'd unfortunately been made homeless, had no choice but to live on the streets. And I found out a lot about this young man and felt, desperately sorry. Clearly not very much I could do other than to assist with some food and a little bit of money I gave him that day. But as I got up to go, he looked at me and he said, "Thank you." And I instinctively replied, "That's absolutely fine. The sandwich didn't really cost very much, and the £5 or whatever I gave him wasn't really too much of a bother to me." But he looked at me again. He said, no, I don't mean the money you've given me or the sandwich. I mean, thank you for noticing me today and for taking the time to speak to me. So today we're going to talk a little bit about philanthropy, because a lot of people have this misconception that being philanthropic means giving people money. It doesn't. It means giving people time. It means noticing people. And we're not just talking about poor, homeless, hungry people. We're talking about people in your community, your family, your friends. When was the last time you reached out to somebody to see how they were? There's a lot going on in people's lives that we don't necessarily know about. I've walked up a big hill, not normally this out of breath. But I just would like to take a moment for us all to recognise that within our communities there are a lot of people wanting to be noticed, and that's philanthropic in its nature. So if you get some time, reach out to somebody that might be hurting at the moment, notice that person next time in the doorway, and don't draw the same conclusions I drew that day. It's changed my philosophy and my outlook, not just on life, but of other people. And I encourage you to do the same.